Another episode of Fat Guys Little Sips. How you guys doing? Try to change up the little environment here, trying to see what we got. I think things look pretty okay here. Got this is my liquor shelf, so maybe that makes more sense from a sipping standpoint. I'm gonna push this down just so you can see what I'm drinking. So I'm drinking four things tonight, and I felt like you know what? I had these nice little meatball sliders my wife made tonight. And I thought it was a good time to have a good pairing of foods and whiskeys. And I also went through, gonna meet up with some boys this weekend. So I made up some bacon infused whiskey. So, so I have two batches of that, A and C are the glasses that are the bacon fat, uh, bacon infused whiskey. I had them all jumbled up, so I don't know which one's which, but I know A and C on the bottom, so we can look at that later to see which batch was better. And then I also throw in another reason why I started this thing is to enjoy whiskey with other people, right? So doing that, I felt like I had this friend. He's like, "Yo, want to get you into whiskey, want to show you some stuff." So he gave me some samples, So just for example, he's just got the little, sample bottles. We're trading them back and forth. So, if anybody wants to trade and do something with me, that's, hey, I'm available. I'm ready to do those kind of things. You know what I'm saying? And so got some bottles. Felt like this might be a good opportunity. People see what I like, see what they like. Maybe we can swap, be buddies, maybe do some community activities and hangouts, whatever. So again, two of these is bacon infused whiskey. It's a Buffalo Trace base, and then I just cooked, thick fat bacon. Poured the bacon grease into, a strainer, so no bits and stuff would go in through there. Went into the whiskey, shook it up pretty good, whisked it, and then put it in the fridge so the fat kind of separated. Then I drained off, used a coffee filter, sent it through there to get all the fat out as far as the chunks. And so two batches. I'll try that. The third thing is, like I said, my friend, he's trading whiskeys with me, and one of his whiskeys he was trading is a Curveball whiskey barbecue flavor. So I was like, barbecue sliders, meatball sliders, you know, that I had earlier with some French, spicy French fries and some barbecue sauce. It's pretty good barbecue sauce. It's called Sticky and Sweet Southern Style or something. I got that at Target or something. I don't know, but it's pretty decent. Might want to give it a shot. It's got a little heat to it. And so, again, trying to mix all those flavors tonight. And then the fourth one is just something I got back from the trip with Hank Danger, if y'all remember him, and T Mac. I got a Tennessee Taster, and it is actually a Tennessee Taster. It's a Tennessee Taster. It's a blend. It's a whiskey blend. You can see it. It's the half rye, half Tennessee whiskey. It's 107. So I haven't tried it yet. It looks like it was made in 2020. I found it on my way back from back home. So give it a shot. So those are the four things I'm drinking. Again, they're blind. A and C are the two bacon fat whiskeys. B would be the whiskey barbecue, which I think, just because when I poured it out, I was like, yo, this smells like fucking barbecue chips. So I'll probably be able to pull that one out. And then D is the rye blend, Tennessee Taster. So I'm going to give it a shot and see what we got. All right. Let's give it a thought. Okay, this one's got some sweetness to it here. Now, this one's either got some smoke for the barbecue or it's got the bacon. I can't really tell, but I can tell it has a mesquite type of flavor on the smell. Oh, oh my God. Oh, that is quite possibly the worst thing I've ever drank. Oh my God. And I saw on their website, not to hate on Curveball, their website mentioned mostly mixing those things, making an actual barbecue sauce, making a like a jalapeno type margarita, barbecue things like that. And I could see that if you put that in the mixture with those types of drinks, it would be a solid cocktail. But as a shot, no, thank you. It's only 68 proof, so it's similar to I guess one of the generations of Fireball. Because there's like four of them and they have different proofs on them or whatever. But so again, not my jam on that one. So let's see what this one holds. Okay, this one does smell like Buffalo Trace. I do get a back end of the like the crisp part of the bacon that you can, like, when you put it in your mouth, you can like taste how it like is crisped up. So when I spin it, we get some oily kind of legs a little bit, but it's not and the color itself is a little cloudy. That's probably the fat itself. I don't know if you can see that, but so yeah, it tastes. Wow. It's very smooth. I did take them out of the fridge probably about 45 minutes to an hour ago, so it is a little colder than just straight whiskey out of the bottle. But it has kind of almost come down to room temperature, so I think it's a little smoother than your regular Buffalo Trace. But there's no sweetness, if you want to say. It's more of a just um, a whiskey. It's smooth. I think you can taste the two different kinds of liquid. I don't think it's mixed 100% pop correctly. And again, my first attempt. I don't know if this is how you do it. If you have to wait a week, whatever. If you got some suggestions, please fill in. But I could definitely see drinking this. And again, you can see the little drips here. And I think that's some of the bacon fat. So I'm trying to figure out which batch is better, A or C, or if they're the same. If they're the same, I'll probably mix them and just take them to the man outing this weekend. So that one, yeah, that was like I really had a piece of bacon, and it's just like a bourbon laced bacon. I mean, that's real good. I like that. I mean, yeah, I tried to mix it with Buffalo Trace because they do say it has a sweet overall flavor. I was thinking about a Blanton's, but I had a Buffalo Trace bottle that only had like maybe a third of it left. So I felt like just finishing that off and clearing off some space for the place over here. So let's go with this one. Just from the color and the look, it looks a little filmy, if you know what I mean. So I think that's the fat, probably not uh, separated right properly. I don't know if you're like supposed to get it out and then whisk it and then serve it, or just have it served like this. But you can see there is a definite separation between the liquids. This one has more of a smoky type smell, but this one's a little more bacony. So again, I don't know what that means. Now that's a little sweeter. So I don't see anything wrong with either of these. I think you know, I think I might just take another shot and then just mix the two bottles and take one bottle together. So I don't see a huge difference. I think this one is a little sweeter. That one has a little more salty, savory type flavor. So depending on what you want. So I'll send this link to my buddies and see which one they want, the sweet or the savory, salty one. Oh yeah, I mean, I don't. I mean, and again, Buffalo Trace is not very high proof. It's what 92 or 93, so I forget what it is. It's right at 90 though, so it's not like a high proof or anything. It is a little higher than this one, but yeah, I don't see a issue. I think I might actually mix these two to get you see if you get a little barbecue bacon action. So now some people think like blending, mixing stuff is going to be an issue. It's not really the whiskey. It's not really the bourbon, whatever. And I think it's whatever you want to drink, however it tastes. If it's good, people get paid to blend. It's not a big deal. From my whole perspective, I wanted to taste things. I wanted to try things. I wanted to see what I can do. Like the next thing I want to probably do is try to make some chocolate, bourbon balls or something like that. Give those out to some family. So I might want to try to do that before the holidays. So that'll be the next test. But I'm gonna see what these guys think of the bacon type of thing, And I think it's a bonus. I can see how this would be a pretty good mixture. Not a huge deal. But mixing the barbecue and the bacon, maybe, I think it'd be terrible actually because that fucking barbecue is not good. Okay, yeah, this has got more proof for sure. You can see color wise, it's like pretty ambery, got pretty darkness as far as compared to the rest of these. Um, that's real good. Yeah, you can taste the starts off like the whiskey or the Tennessee whiskey, and then it ends with like a rye type of like herbal type, um, like mint kind of takeover. It's still kind of like mint in my mouth right now. Altoid or something like the back, you can kind of feel it. So I think that's a winner. I might have to save some of that for T Mac, not Hank Danger. He's not a Tennessee whiskey fan. If you remember, he said the best Jack Daniels had to offer was just an average whiskey. But again, let's see if he actually comments and says no, that's not the case because he said he's born and raised Tennessee. He knows what's up. Let's see if he can come through and give me some chat feed here. You know what I'm saying, or comments. So let's see. Just number D. So that is the Jack Daniels. This should be probably A or C. A, and this is C probably. Yep, and then this is B. So I was right. I don't think it was very hard to test, even though it was blind. So I'm gonna save that one. I'm gonna save D for later because that's actually good. I'm gonna mix A and C together because it's basically the same thing. See if there's any significant difference when I do that. Again, it's a Buffalo Trace mix. Cook some bacon, about 4 slices. let the grease cool down just a little bit so it's still liquid. And then you pour it into strainer, goes through, goes into the whiskey, whisk it, and then you put it in the refrigerator or freezer, and then the grease pops out like nothing. I mean, it's like clear as day, easy to separate. Put that through a coffee filter just to get any impurities and all that kind of stuff. And this is what I got. So we'll be trying it out this weekend, this man weekend, and see what we can go from. But I think it's a winner. Mm. Mixing that actually, you got a little of the spice and a little sweet. So I think that might be the winner. Mixing it. So I'm gonna try one more drop of this, and then this is the curveball because I really didn't like it, but I think it would be good in the mixer. So I do thank you, my friend, for sharing, and I'll try some of the other things that you shared maybe on the next video. My God, that's like, oh my God, that's like drinking barbecue sauce straight. And I think if you put a drop of that in the one I got here, maybe like one drop, just one drop. One drop, come on, boom. Mix it up, because that's going to give it that sweet barbecue hit. And then the bacon is the actual pork, the actual real barbecue. Real barbecue is pork, not brisket, not beef. Just letting you know. If you like beef barbecue, it's not like I hate you or anything, but because it's good, I'll eat it. Look at me, I'm fat guy, little sips. But it's not in comparison to the actual barbecue, pig. No, I think I like it just by itself. So that's the end of the stream. Tell me what you guys want to do next. Advent calendar's coming up soon. I wanted to get one, but I didn't have enough people to share with to get 24 different whiskeys. I was gonna just use some of mine because I got about 40 here, but my wife's like, "That's lame. You already have it, so what's the point?" And I can kind of see that. My buddy did get an advent calendar. Maybe he'll let me have some of that, give it a little shot. My wife thinks, I think she said she's gonna think about doing 12 days of Christmas instead. So maybe that'll be fun. We'll see. So catch you next time. Peace in the Middle East.